Well, an administrative judge has recommended that NYPD Officer Daniel Pantaleo be fired over the 2014 death of Eric Garner. He was suspended moments later. Here's Chief Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues.
It has been 5 years since NYPD Officer Daniel Pantaleo put Eric Garner in a deadly chokehold.
Everybody back up, back up.
Today's recommendation that he be fired came after an NYPD discipline trial which ended in June. Whether that actually happens is now up to Police Commissioner James O'Neill. Today, Eric Garner's daughter, Emerald, pleaded for the commissioner to act.
We've been waiting for 5 years for someone to say that he did something wrong, and they finally made that decision today.
Garner's cries of "I can't breathe" 11 times are among the last words he spoke before his death, and ignited months of protests for accountability that never came. First, a grand jury in Staten Island decided not to indict Pantaleo, and then last month, the Department of Justice declined to bring federal civil rights charges, insisting this videotape evidence wasn't enough to prove Pantaleo committed a crime. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio, who's been heavily criticized for how he's weighed in on the case, praised the recommendation.
But today, for the first time in these long 5 years, the system of justice is working.
Since the incident in 2014, Pantaleo has been on desk duty, even racking up at one point $40,000 in overtime. Today, he was suspended without pay for 30 days. The head of the police union called the whole thing political insanity.
New York City police officers now will be considered reckless every time they put their hands on someone.
All right, Jeff Pegues joins me now. Now, Jeff, have we gotten any information on the judge's findings that led to his recommendation Friday?
Well, what happened today was the result of this lengthy internal process where they heard evidence in the case, reviewed evidence in the case. You know, there was, of course, Pantaleo and his attorneys arguing that the chokehold wasn't a chokehold, it was a seatbelt maneuver. And so the administrative judge heard the evidence in this case and then made the decision, which was made public today.
And ultimately, it was that chokehold that he deemed to be something that violated policy. Now, it was just a recommendation, and as you mentioned in your piece, the final decision over Pantaleo's fate will be left to the police commissioner, James O'Neill. What does he have to consider here?
Well, he's going to have to review all the evidence, you know, but you have to believe that Commissioner O'Neill has obviously seen a lot of the evidence already, and maybe this is just a formality. We'll have to see, but according to this process, and there is a process here, he will get his chance once Pantaleo's attorneys, they review the judge's decision today. Then Police Commissioner O'Neill will get to review the case and make his decision, which, as you noted, is going to be final, and we've been told that that decision could be made before the end of the month.
Do we have any specifics on that timeline?
Well, everything that we're hearing right now is that it could come within the next couple of weeks, but you know, a longer timeline, we're told, is by the end of the month. But there is going to be pressure on the police commissioner to make a decision. In fact, behind me there is an ongoing protest where protesters are urging the police commissioner here right in front of police headquarters to make this final decision and fire Pantaleo. But we'll have to see what Commissioner O'Neill decides.
In a matter of days or maybe a month, but the family here has been waiting for 5 years. Now, we heard from the daughter in your piece. Has the Garner family responded any more than that? And would firing Pantaleo be enough to bring closure?
Listen, they've been pretty clear about what they want. Really, since the beginning of this case, it's been 5 years now. They have had what they view are setbacks, obviously. They have not gotten the decisions that they were hoping for, and in their view, that is for Pantaleo to be held accountable. The Justice Department revealing that it was not going to file federal civil rights charges, and of course, the Staten Island grand jury deciding not to indict. And so the Garner family has had setbacks. Closure for them, it seems, will be when Pantaleo is fired.
We'll certainly be watching the situation very closely. Jeff Pegues, thank you so much.